welcome. Today I will show you how to make a cascading bouquet using a bouquet holder. A bouquet like this normally takes around 30 to 35 roses. As for the bouquet holder, as you can see here, your bouquet holder sometimes can fall apart and break. In this case, we're going to take a piece of wire and loop it through so that we attach that top part to the bottom part. These bouquets can get very heavy and can sometimes fall off of the handle, and we don't want that to happen. So we're just going to take a piece of wire and loop it through to make sure that we tighten it and secure it together. It's important to secure it because during a ceremony, roses do open up and get bigger and become heavier. Now, when you're submerging your bouquet holder into water, don't force it down. You don't want that to happen because it will leave air pockets inside of the bouquet holder, and some roses will not get water as a result of that. So make sure that you let it absorb the water on its own and sink. Once it's fully sunk, that's when you know it's ready to use. As you can see here, mine has fully sunk and now it's pretty heavy. So we're going to begin adding flowers. We're now going to pick the biggest opening in this little bouquet holder that I have here. You want to pick a rose that is long enough for your size of the bouquet. These roses on the bottom are what's going to determine the length of your cascading bouquet and how far it cascades. You also want to start from the bottom every single time. If you start from the top, you won't be able to get those roses on the bottom in afterwards. Beginning from the bottom starts a good base for your bouquet and sets a good cage in there. This is what keeps the roses in during your ceremony, and this is how they will not fall out. So make sure that you begin from the bottom, starting from the largest window in the bouquet holder. When adding greenery to your bouquet, you want to make sure you start adding it right as you begin building your bouquet. Adding it later on will be way too difficult and it will be way too crowded as other stems from the roses will be in the way. In this case, I am using limonium and some Israeli ruscus. Continue adding your roses as you'd like, cutting it shorter and shorter to build your bouquet. Once you have finished building the bottom part of your bouquet, the cascading part, you can begin to start putting roses on the top. You want to do that right away because you want to set that cage, as I mentioned before, and make it easier for yourself and more secure for the roses. At the top, you can use bigger roses, more vibrant colors of your desire. On the bottom, you can use smaller roses, and don't forget to continuously add greenery as you go along. Once you're done filling up the top of your bouquet, you're going to need to fill up the back. Now when you're filling up the back, you want to cut your roses a bit longer than the ones in the top. And you want to bring it in at an angle so that you get that bottom portion of foam that hasn't been used or hasn't been reached by any of the other roses. There is room there, so make sure that you put your roses in there. Versus if you were to put it downward, it wouldn't work, so you have to make sure you put it in at an angle. Make sure you continue adding greenery as you are building your bouquet, and don't forget to add a stronger greenery with a strong stem. This greenery supports your bouquet and prevents your roses from breaking during your ceremony. These are extremely important, so make sure you add these in to support your bouquet. Once you are done adding greenery, in order to make sure that your bouquet is secure, what you can do is you can pull on one of the roses, and if it is difficult to pull out, that's how you know your grid is secure. If this does not occur and your roses do fall out, you can always put in more greenery to secure your grid on the bottom. Don't be discouraged if you do not complete your bouquet successfully the first time. This is one of the hardest bouquets to create in the floral industry, so do not be discouraged. Keep practicing, keep working on it, and you will be able to create such a beautiful bouquet one day for your brides. This bouquet is called Cascading, as it does have this kind of cascading falling effect. So make sure when you're making this bouquet, you kind of achieve this effect. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments, questions, and concerns below, and don't forget to subscribe.